Let's use that presentation we created for the last task to explore how to rearrange slides and how to add animations. So over in the slide outline view, I have just put in some various slides that me and my partner have worked on together. And we've just kind of put these slides in hodgepodge, so when we finish our project, we need to rearrange them. And rearranging slides is as easy as clicking a slide to highlight it and dragging it to a new location. So you can easily rearrange your slides in your slide sorter view with just a click and a drag. Now let's look at animations. So I'm going to select my first slide, and I want to animate this so that it supports my message. So what I want to first do is just kind of start my slide with just the cap and gown over here, and then I want the obstacle of the money, the wall of money, as an obstacle to appear, and then I'll have financial aid appear and make this disappear. So to open my animation menu, I can do one of two things. I can right click on any object and I can select animate, and it will default to adding a fade in animation. To remove that, I can just click the delete button. I'm going to show you another way to get this animations menu up here, so I'm going to go ahead and close it. You can also go to the view menu and select animations. So the first thing I want to do is to have the wall appear, so I'm going to select the wall so that it's got the anchors highlighted around it and choose add animation. Instead of having it fade in, I think I would like it to fly in. On click is fine, and you can adjust the speed of how fast it comes in. And then I want to add another animation where the money sign actually comes in with it. So I'm going to select the money, and over here in the animations menu, click add animation. And I want it to also fly in, so I'm going to change it from a fade in, which is the default, to flying in. And instead of on a click, I just want it to come with the previous. So to see how it looks, you just click play and advance with the arrow keys on your keyboard. Good, looking good so far. But I want financial aid to appear after that. So I'm going to click the stop button for my preview and highlight financial aid. And this I want to add an animation, and I do just want this one to fade in. On a click is fine so that I can control when it happens. Finally, when I'm talking about financial aid in my presentation and how it can remove the wall of money that stands in the way of a person in their college education, I want to be able to have this wall and the money disappear. So I'm going to add an animation, but as a shortcut, I'm going to select the wall and then use the control button on my keyboard and click on the money sign so that these are both selected. Choose add an animation. So you can see I'm now adding an animation for two things. I'm going to have the wall fade out to disappear, and I'll have that go ahead and work on the click. I need to also change the money to fade out, and you can see it's already set to do it with the previous because I grouped them together when I selected the animation. So let's preview this. I'm going to go ahead and do this in official preview mode by starting my presentation at the current slide. You can see the drop-down menu up at the top here. And I start with just the cap and gown representing the college education when I click with my mouse. The wall and the money appear. Next should be my text financial aid, and then when I'm ready to in my presentation, I can make that wall and the money disappear. When you're done with your preview, just select the red X and you're taken back to your editing mode. The last thing we might want to talk about is transitions. So you can also have some transitions from one slide to the next. Right now it's set at none. I'll go ahead and go to transitions, and I can choose one. We'll say slide from the right, and I can apply this to all my slides. So again, if I go back into my presentation mode, and I'll start at that current slide and quickly click through that animation, when it moves to the next slide, it's going to do a slide feature, and you can adjust the animations. There are several to choose from. So if you don't like slide from right as your animation, you can do fading, flipping, you can do a cube effect. There's quite a few different options for transitions between your slides, and they can all be the same or they can be different from slide to slide. So for this task, practice adding some animations to the presentation you created. Practice deleting some of those animations. If you changed your mind, you can just click the delete button, and add a few transitions between slides.